All right, so in the last lesson, we learned how to play a 12-bar blues swing style. Now, let's play a rock and roll style. Let me play it for you first, and then I will show you how to do it. So this is what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now could you tell the difference between that one and the first style, the swing style? Okay, the difference was in the left hand, instead of playing each note one time, I played each note 2 times. So my beat was 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I did, I hit each note 2 times. So I was putting 2 notes on each beat. All right. So that's the only thing we have to do. So let's go ahead and let's do that right now. And then I'm going to show you how to change the right hand ever so slightly. So what I want you to do right now, let's just a couple of times, just play the C bass line. Let's just do that 2 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's do it one more time. Okay. So you notice in the right hand, we hit both at the same time, and the left hand played each note twice, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and let's try that all the way through our blues. Okay, I'll slow down the tempo just a little bit. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, play. Second time. We're going to jump to F and do that twice. Back to C 2 times. G 1 time. F 1 time. C 2 times. And then we'll add in an extra bar to end. Okay, now we're going to change the right hand, because what you may have noticed is when you were trying to do this, when you were trying to play that left hand twice, sometimes you may have had the tendency to do this. You know, it's kind of hard to hold this down on the right hand while you're doing that twice. That requires a little bit more independence. So we're going to make it easier. All right, plus it's going to sound better. So here's what it's going to sound. Let me go ahead and play it for you first, and then I'll show you. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's what it's going to sound like, and that sounds better. Here's what we did. In the right hand, we hit the chord twice. Notice I didn't do this. I didn't hit it and hold it down. The chords were short, right? So what we're doing is we're hitting the chords at the same time as the left hand, right? And then the left hand is playing by itself. So the first 2, both hands in the left hand. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and let me slow the tempo down a little bit. And why don't you try playing it with me all the way through? So here we go. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, left hand by itself after that. Now we're going to jump to F. to C. Up to G one time. F one time. C twice. And then we will end it. Okay? So that's our rock and roll style. Okay? So one of the things that you'll notice is it sounds completely different because of one thing. And that one thing is rhythm. What we did, we changed the rhythm of what we were playing. And once you change the rhythm of what you're playing, then you change the style of music that you're playing. All right? So let's cover one more style. Let's cover a popular music style. And this is going to be reminiscent of the rhythm and blues from the 60s and the 70s. So let me play it for you. The notes are going to stay the same. The only thing we're going to do is change the rhythm. All right? So it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so let me show you how I did that. What I did, I started in the left hand first. I hit the C first, then the chord. I held the chord down, right? And I played the E, which was a little longer, and then the top two notes were fast. So it's like I hit this first, and this, and that, and those two are faster. All right, so it's here. For those of you that are interested in where it aligns, beat wise, it's like this. It's 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay? So that's the actual alignment of the notes. Like I said, if that is a little too tough, then don't worry about that, okay? Because as you progress and as we go through learning more and more things about playing the piano, a lot of this will become a lot easier for you, okay? So let me go ahead and play it one more time from the beginning. And if you want, you could try playing with me. Otherwise, just listen to me do it. And then after I finish, then you could try playing it with me. Okay? I'm going to slow the rhythm down a little bit. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything together right there to end it. All right. So I'll tell you what, why don't you try playing it with me and, we'll kind of take it from there. So are you ready? Let me slow the tempo down a little bit. Here we go. I'll count off 4 first. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. F. To C. then we'll end it right there. Okay, so that's our popular music style. And again, we kept all the notes the same, and the only thing that we changed was the rhythm. All right, so we kind of did the numbers a little bit in that one, with the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord. But as you start to move on in music, especially in a lot of my programs that I teach, you'll become more and more familiar with the numbers. Real quick, let me just show you one other application of the numbers. So besides using the numbers to play melodies of the tunes or to figure out where the chords go, we can also use the numbers to play advanced chords. So here's what I mean by that. What we've done is we've played the C chord. It uses numbers 1, 3, and 5, right? So if I want, I can put maybe the 1 and the 5 here, and I can put the 3 there. This is called voicing. So what I've done is I've rearranged the notes. Okay, so that's a whole nother concept in itself. And then if I want to do something like this, okay, or if I do it here, let's do it here first so you can see it. This chord here is called the C major 7th chord, and it uses the intervals 1, 3, 5, and 7. So I just introduced a new term to you, interval. Okay, all an interval means is it means the number in relation to the scale. Okay, so for the C major 7th chord, it's 1, 3, 5, and 7. That's how we form the C major 7th chord. All right. Now we can have advanced chords. I can take that C major 7th chord, I can voice it. For instance, like we just did with the other chord, I can put the 1, 7, then the left hand, 3, 5 in the right hand. Okay, so there's all kinds of things we can do with the numbers. We can make fancy chords, maybe with the C, I'll put the 1 and the 5 down here, the 3 here. The thing I'll do instead of the 7th, why don't I put the 6? Gives you a completely different sound, right? So there's all kinds of chords that you can form, and really the key to forming chords is knowing those numbers, because that's how, I will refer to chords. That's how a lot of other, professional musicians will refer to chords, is by their numbers or by their intervals, okay? So more on that to come, in future courses. So anyway, I thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the lesson, everything that you learned, or several lessons, I should say, because we kind of broke it down. And my name again is Charlie Weiser. Thanks for taking the lesson. And as I always say, have fun and enjoy.